hero, the local. Whenever tomorrow, pop, to be a hero, the local show. Go. Whenever tomorrow, pop, to be a hero, the local show. Go. Whenever tomorrow, pop, to be a hero, the local show. Go. Whenever tomorrow, pop, to be a hero, the local. Whenever tomorrow, pop, to be a hero, the local show. Go. Whenever tomorrow, pop, to be a hero, the local show. Go. Whenever tomorrow, pop, to be a hero, the local show. Go. Whenever tomorrow, pop.
Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me. And that is your time. Let's go, baby. 2024. The year we've been waiting for. And, you know, that's the rhyme that we're going. Hey. And yes, I have the Louis on. Yes, I have the three-piece. Yes, I'm feeling fresh to death today. Let's go. You know, This suit was the first suit, when I finally, quote unquote, made it, when I feel like I had hit it, when I feel like I finally had done what I was put out to do. I went down to Bloomingdale's. I walked on in there, and I found the nicest suit I could find, and I said, I want that one right there. I didn't even look at the cost. I swiped it. I walked out feeling proud, feeling amazing, and that's, man, what a beautiful year it's been, 2023, man. And maybe, if we can recreate anything close to 2023, we will be absolutely set. I think we're going to blow it out the water this year. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Are we going to blow it out the water this year? What do y'all think? Let's go! I think so. Let's put the lemon in the water like we do every single day. Let's decalcify that pineal gland. Let's get ourselves hydrated, ready to go. And, just ready to rock. God bless each and every one of you for being here. God bless everybody. We're going to take over 2024. That's right. The Lifers, we are here. Brand new shirt. Never wore the shirt before. Had it waiting for the new day. God bless you all. Can't wait to jump on into the charts. You've been with me. I've already been going over some charts, talking about it, and breaking it down with my Lifers in the trading group. They've already got a Bitcoin update before the stream even begins. The Lifers are 2-3 hours ahead of the stream, and we know we have a pretty good idea of what's happening for BTC. Let's break it down like we do every single day. Shout out to everybody here on this beautiful New Year's Day. Now, I figured you got to be dressed nice on New Year's Day. You start the year off the best you can, right? Just like you start your day off. Anytime you begin anything, and you begin everything with a prayer. Salam alaikum. May Allah bless everybody here on this stream. May God bless everybody here. May God bless the beginning of the year of 2024 for this channel. May God bless everybody with me. And, you always want to pray when you begin something. You want to pray over any beginning. You know what I mean? And so may God bless the beginning here as we start another year. May I go every single day. How I didn't get a plane delay. How my luggage didn't get lost. So many things could have happened for me to have been like, man, and I would have streamed from my phone or something. I mean, I still would have streamed, right? But we literally, equipment, cameras, lights, action, we never missed a day. Not one day in the entire year. Now I'm like, 2024, are you going to do the same? You know what I mean? It's pretty insane. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's break it down. I already gave a trade to the trading group. This was it. We're already in it. This is the flag that we're looking at on the 7-minute time frame. The 1 hour doesn't look amazing. The 4 hour doesn't look amazing. The daily looks good. The 22 looks good. The bigger time frames want to rip to the upside. All right. We did our yearly analysis last night. We did our yearly candle, our monthly candle, and our weekly candle. I mean, that was pretty awesome. We did the trifecta last night. Shout out to everyone that kicked it with me. And, when you look at it a bit, I mean, you kind of have shoulder, 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 right? Head, shoulder, shoulder. You got some complex inverted head and shoulder vibes going. You have some ascending triangle vibes going. Bitcoin's coiling up and getting tight. You would have lack of volume. Most everybody and their moms partied until 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning last night. The average person that, isn't a nerd like me, I went to bed at 1:40. I was up, honestly, I'm not trying to torment anybody, but I was up walking in the woods thinking about my mom. Yeah. And my dad. I was thinking about my mom and my dad a lot last night. Like, I wanted to see them in a dream. I haven't dreamed about them yet. My wife dreams about her father all the time. I just want to connect with them. I want to have some type of ethereal experience with their souls, man. I miss my parents so bad. This morning was hard. With the new beginning, when things feel great, when you want to start fresh, the people that you love not there, it's hard. So with the new beginning for me comes the toughness of life. You know what I mean? And hey, that's it. I mean, I believe that's why God, had me start the channel and do what I do, so you guys can see what it's like to go through some pain. It's as I make, millions of dollars, be able to buy and do whatever I want with my life. And then also it doesn't matter because it can't bring back my mother. There's this duality to success when you realize you lose the people you love. And what's funny? If you watch my Instagram and my Twitter, just about 2 weeks before that, maybe even a week before it, I said, I know we're all going after these gains, but if anything ever happened to one of your loved ones, you would give it all back in a second. And it's because I was already, my dad had just passed. So I didn't need my mom to pass to put me into that mentality. It's the first time, you know what I mean? You are your parents. Amen. They are here, bro. May Allah bless them in the hereafter. Amen. God bless you. And my dad was such a nice dresser, man. I'll show you pictures of my dad in the 3-piece. I dressed just like my grandfather, just like my dad. They were impeccable dressers. I had to keep it up. I mean, I had no choice. You understand? I had to keep it up. Like, you know, and they were bricklayers and ironworkers, but for whatever reason, man, since my dad saw his dad dress nice, my dad was dressing nice since he was, I saw a picture of my dad and my mom when he was 21. The suit he is in is so dapper. He's just fresh to death. You know, fly high, Mr. Jimmy and Miss Irene. Daisy and Finn, man. Jimmy and Irene. I love my mom and dad, baby. I miss them more you would ever know. So I broke down everything happening to Bitcoin. But we'll do it. I mean, we'll do it again for the newcomers. I gave you guys PCS on the live stream right here. Said it was breaking out. Likely to go to 83 was the target. Continued all the way and bumping today to 109. Pulling back a little bit, but beautiful gains of 100% from the entry that I talked about on the live stream. I gave this on the live stream. That's what people don't realize. They're always like, is there, you know, can I jump into the trading group for free for a week? And I'm like, just tune into the trading group every single day and blow your mind. What is XRP8? What that? Oh, high poppy? I don't even know. If you want to gear up to it, it's not only about seeing what popped, it's about what's about to pop. XRP is very tight, looks amazing. The daily looks very interesting, okay? This alone is a tighter channel that XRP is in. So I see a move coming for XRP. 105 is the target. Tight moving averages, low stochastics, lack of bearish momentum, above a point of control. Everything is setting up for a move. You do you, though, you know, but if you have the education in which I teach and you go over these charts like I do every single day, you're going to be poised and ready to take these gains. So if you want to take gains like I do it using the charts. I don't use my emotions. If I use my emotions, I would be probably missing out on a lot of gains. It wouldn't happen so simply. You know what I mean? But because I use BOOKMAP and I can see where the actual liquidity is, I'm actually seeing where the liquidity is, right? And again, it's not 100%. Nothing in trading is 100%. Everything you do is based on probability. That's why emotions have no place. Emotions have no place when you're flipping a coin. Whether it's right, does it matter? You could cry all you want. You could smile all you want. I mean, it's going to be heads or tails. Same thing with trading. So you might as well just leave your emotions at the door. You know what I mean? You can be an emotional person if you have a good system. See, I was an emotional guy, and I have a good system that works. That's why I use it. You know what I mean? I stay in the motion, and I make the trades that I talk about. Like I'm up 1.7%. This is the third day in a row I'm up on my Bitcoin trades, and the trade I gave is already up 1.5%. That's a quick cup of. That's a $23 trade immediately. I'm up 15. I'm in $1,500 at 17x leverage inside the trade, going for the short squeeze. High risk on a Monday morning at the beginning of the new year, though. I'll be honest. High risk on the Monday morning. Everyone wants Filecoin. I'll tell you right now. Funny that I got a Filecoin super chat. It's all about Filecoin lately. I hear about it every day. Filecoin, Filecoin, Filecoin. Someone called me last night. Second coin they wanted to talk about. Filecoin. Bitcoin at 42,700. On the futures at 730. Getting a little bit of a pump there. We're up $30 now, 2% on the trade. If you were in the trading group, you would already been given the update on the new year. We do not take days off. We just hit it. I came from consistent family members. My dad was a hard worker. My grandfather was a hard worker. We never stop. Metis Dow, please. Shout out to Jamie Zeno. We love you. My grandfather just passed last night, brother. Watching your stream with my mom right now. We appreciate your honesty and transparency about everything. Keep making mama proud. I love that you're watching it with your mother, man. I'll be honest. I don't like to use the word jealousy or envious because, you know, I love my life and there's really no one I'd rather be than myself. Be honest, not to be rude, but you know, when I hear you say I'm watching this with my mom, I'm like, man, I would love to be watching something I'm passionate about with my mom. That was the one thing I regret. My family would not watch any alternative information videos that I had for them, specifically when it came to things that they may have been hurting them. And I was like, you got to watch these videos. You got to watch these videos. And yes, they would never watch them. They would never take the time. No matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried, I got ridiculed. And my mom never did, but my sister, so, I don't know, whatever. My mom never did. But I was trying to get through to people. People were not listening to me. Very difficult. And I could see what was likely going to happen in the future, and it happened. It happened. It's just kind of such a tragic event. Anyway, I like the flag for Bitcoin. I like the pump that we're getting. If we can continue this move, all is well. Now we're going up to $750, up $39 in the futures trade. 17x leverage. All right. And again, if I did not touch leverage until I had traded for literally like 10 years of my life. I just want to make that really clear. Did not touch leverage till I traded for a long time spot. You know, you got to understand your emotions when trading. How do you feel when putting money in the market? Can you handle it? You know, what is your risk tolerance? If the market takes a swift move down, are you over leveraged? Do you have too much in? You know what I mean? So these are just questions you got to ask yourself, and these come with time. Trading is a dynamical, you know, has many dynamics. It starts with the technicals, which you have to tackle, which take a couple years to really get a handle on. Some people say they're simple. For some, they're simple. For others, they're hard. Like, for me, divergence took a long time to understand. Okay? So again, if you're in the trading group, you'd already be up on the trade with me right now. If you had taken the trade, it would be up to you, though. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. All right? BEAMX, I'm looking to get back in. I already did get back in, I'll be honest. I bought back in last night. I like what I'm seeing for the consolidation. It could go lower and go through this gap. It could go all the way down here. If it does, I'll double down. But I like BEAMX, the Solana ecosystem. And I got in down here. It pumped up huge. I sold right about there. And now I'm getting back in. So I did the right thing, took some profits, and I jumped back into BEAMX. Just something to think about. You do whatever makes you happy as we continue to pump here for Bitcoin. And I called the flag at the beginning of the year, and maybe we don't go above resistance. We have a serious resistance here to get above, and one right above that too as well. And it's the 8s, 42,800. Can we get back above the zone? A lot of liquidity above us. It would be beautiful to start the year with a short squeeze, right, for Bitcoin, and we could watch these liquidations rev up real quick for BTC on BOOKMAP. Shout out to BOOKMAP, link in the description below. If you want BOOKMAP, get Global Plus. You will love it. I do get a commission if you jump on in. It'd be awesome if you did that and you use BOOKMAP. You can actually add other things too. You can add, you can even watch the S&P. You can watch whatever you want here. And what is this doing? It's giving me it's a heat map order book. Just like infrared goggles, if there was a lot of people in one place or a person, it would be dark red. If there's a lot of orders, it's dark red. So the most orders are red. And the lighter orders become, you know, light yellow to blue. And if there's an order there, and then you can look to the right and actually see what it is. So like right here, that's really big. That's 268 Bitcoin. That's big. That's 255. That's 287 Bitcoin. They want to sell these Bitcoins up here. They want to buy the Bitcoins down here. I can see the orders on the order books API. Binance and Huobi. All right. Oh, actually, that's spot, right? That was spot. Yeah, that was the spot. This is the perp. Sorry about that. I got spot and perp running. This is the perp, Binance Futures, Bybit, and OKX, which is called BOOKMAP data, amalgamated data. And look, that was a short squeeze that we did just get when we hit about 42,800, that level of resistance, okay? And it does show liquidations. We're working on getting the liquidations back. Something happened when we got an update. We don't know exactly what it is, but we will promptly get it fixed. I'm still waiting on that on the team. BOOKMAP is absolutely amazing, though, even without the liquidation indicators. And now I know that was a liquidation. What's great about it is, you know, and that was a divergence. There was probably a little bit of a bearish div there. See, swing down to swing down, that swung up. Wherever there's a liquidation, there's a divergence. That's what I began to learn about trading, all right? And watch your trades today. It's very, very high risk. Trading today is extremely high risk, all right? It really is. It could go either way on the day like today, you know? Low volume, you know what I mean? A lot of people didn't even wake up yet from partying, right? So it's only really the hardcore traders out and a lot of bots. Just be careful. I just like the flag. I played the flag till the stochastics get hot. Let's see if the 15-minute can give us some love here and get a breakout. If not, we just can go sideways. I also like above the 200 SMA on the 7-minute, above the 200 SMA on the 15. I would like to flip the 200 SMA on the 1-hour time frame. Once we get above it, a huge move could come. And that's another thing. Lately, I've been front-running that. Last 2 times I front-run it, it played out. I did it by accident somewhere down here, I remember. Right here, this double bottom. This double bottom here, we broke out. There's another time where I played the double bottom. Right here, we exploded. I remember that trade. Right here, we just, boom, you get, so you kind of creep up below and hope for that explosion. And it's also a high-risk play. But it's something that happens a lot. So I'm looking for us to get above that 200 SMA on the 1 hour and push further to the upside. All right. Only time will tell. Right now, we're getting rejected, unable to get above the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame. That is going to be what we got. We want to flip that today. We want to see that happen. And it's going to be the 7-minute and the 15 that are going to do it. All right. Future's still doing pretty good, up at 42,720, battling. And this is BOOKMAP. Link in the description if you like BOOKMAP. Shout out to all the channel sponsors. We really appreciate you and love you. You know what I mean? I Trust Capital. Thank you for working for the best dressed show in crypto, though. Come on now. Who else would you want to work with? But thank you, I Trust Capital. We love you. We appreciate you. Get yourself a Roth IRA or IRA today. Also, the way that it works is they keep your self-custodied way better than other exchanges. They're regulated federally, right? So you got to love it. No other company really does the due diligence like I Trust Capital. And you can trade the S&P, Forex, all sorts of things in there. Throw a Bitcoin in there for your kid. Come back 20 years later and see what happens. Tax-free. And, may God bless everybody here. And thank you, I Trust Capital, for sponsoring us into the new year. We greatly appreciate you extending that sponsorship. And we look forward to working with you forever up until 2030. Shout out to BEAMX. We really appreciate BEAMX too. The only place where you can trade the S&P and Forex in the same place. You can't do that. And Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Where can you trade Forex, cryptocurrency, the S&P, and Bitcoin all together in one beautiful place? You can't. Only on BEAMX. So that's why they're unique and amazing. And that's why I decided to work with BEAMX. So bang, bang, bang. And then the greatest channel sponsor of all, me, Crypto Lifer. My own endeavors sponsor this channel unbelievably well. Therefore, we don't, we only have a few channel sponsors that we really appreciate, but we really, really, really sponsor ourselves. We appreciate everybody that jumped on in this year. We appreciate everyone that joined class the last Saturday of every month. It's been an amazing time to be alive. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I thank you for your viewership, your loyalty. Loyalty means everything to me. I will give so much back to people that are loyal, and that's why if you join my newsletter, which I think is absolutely amazing, and my team puts in so much effort, and it comes out today, every single Monday. Then you get a technical analysis newsletter that it's a follow-up for the macro technical analysis video every single Friday. No one else is doing it the way we're doing it. I'm telling you right now, shout out to the Crypto Lifer team. And jump on in, put your email address, hit I agree, and subscribe. We can't wait to see you there. All right. Back to Bitcoin. So you know what I'm seeing? I'm watching BTC. Now, I'll be nice, I'm watching XRP for a big double up to the upside here. And again, it's funny, the coin that never moves could be the one that you double up on when it's time. It gets its pump when it's time. Then you leave it alone, watch it consolidate. That's what I love about technical analysis. It tells me when I should start focusing on something and when I should be pulling back. The TA really, because it keeps me from wasting my time. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean it's like every single time, but if I use technical analysis most of the time, I know when I should start looking at something and when I should just leave it alone. If it's pumped up huge and it's really far away for the 21 and there's a gap between the 618, I know it's time to set an alert and walk away. But if it's consolidating, getting really tight above a supportive resistance level, resistance, support, tight moving averages, I know it's worth putting an alert in and start focusing. You know what I mean? And getting really, really into the nitty gritty. So technical analysis keeps me from wasting my time. It makes me an efficient person. TA is really just for the people that don't want to waste their time, period. You know what I mean? It tells you, hey, this is getting tight in the zone. A move is coming. You know what I mean? And the move is going to come in the next 5 to 10 days based off this assumption, right? Without TA, it's all just, I'm looking at a number on a thing. Hey, it could do anything. You know what I mean? We don't know. You don't know. We all don't know. It is what it is. So just, one thing to think about when it comes to technical analysis. All right. And Bitcoin pumping back up, doing great. 740. Trade doing well, up 2.2%. And all is well that goes well, and scared money don't make money. If you can't open up a trade, you can't make gains. All right. I like YGG. This thing's about to explode to 6858. It's at 43. I keep talking about it. I keep mentioning it. I mentioned it down here. It slowly is making its move. 64% coming for YGG. Yield Guild Games. I don't own any of this. I may jump into the swing trade at the right time. but I don't own any of the team, never spoke to me. I don't put this out for any other facetious reason other than I just looked at the technical analysis and I'm nice to you, all right? And I don't have to do it. I'm just in a good mood, all right? It's New Year's Day. I want to start off the new year right, giving back, all right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And let me jump into the chat for a second. I've been in the chats. IOTX, Happy New Year. That's an old coin I used to trade back in the day. Used to hold, used to like. Doesn't get me going anymore, but we'll take a look at it. Shout out to After Hours Investing. And no, that's not a shade on your super chat. You might be seeing something. You're awesome. You might be seeing something that I didn't see yet. All right. A massive breakout in the next few hours. I don't know. Best trading platform for people in Sweden. MEXC, baby. MEXC is the best trading platform. I'm telling you right now, it is the best. The user experience is amazing. I even have I've experienced great customer service. And another thing too is when you go there, right? It's very, very little fees. Very little fees. They still have fees, and today they do raise the fees. The fees do go up today, which is kind of sad. We had a year and a half of absolute, and we were able to buy whatever we wanted. However, the fees are still absolutely tiny. If you do limit orders, you're only going to pay 0.1%. So limit ordering in, moving your stop loss into position. All right. When you market in and out, you will pay 0.5. And then spot maker and taker fees are only 0.1%. A lot smaller. You know what I mean? But that's it. That's what it's going to be. And there's still smaller fees than all the other exchanges. They're all 0.06 and up. I'm telling you right now, do your research. MEXC is the place to be. Bitcoin taking a bit of a hit now, already down. Look at that. We went from positive to negative like that, and that's how it happens on a Monday. Be very careful. The volatility is insane, and we're getting rejected by the 200 SMA. Unable to make that gain. The 7-minute hit of resistance. We didn't really get the pop. I wanted the follow through. We did not get it. And we ended up just getting rejected. And now the stochastics could push us further down for a bigger loss. You do not want to lose the 200 SMA. That's the first thing that we're looking at. We just kind of double topped here and lost the 200 SMA on the 1 minute time frame. And we got kind of a rounded top. Key is that we don't lose the support at 42,584. Number one thing about a trade is to set your stop, keep your stop in, and either be up or down. You know what I mean? Don't go too crazy. The only thing I do to every once in a while is I'll cut off a trader. Like I might cut this trade off for 17 and leave it alone. But for the most part, I either get stopped out or hit my target, leave it be. No emotions. Don't use emotions. Emotion is running in and intercepting. Let the digital process play out, in my humble opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But as a trader, I let the digital process play out. Do not get involved in the digital process. Getting involved in the process can spin you out of control. All right. So we've already given you a few coins that are likely going to break out. Talked about a coin that I bought back into, all right, if you remember, and gave you a free Bitcoin trade that I'm taking, and was even able to show you where I trade and why. We've done so much already. The stream has been amazing. We've talked about iTrust Capital, BEAMX, and we've gone over BOOKMAP and showed you kind of how it works. And we even watched a live short liquidation. It's been an awesome time. And it's only 10:37. The stream's only been going on since the countdown ended for about 25 minutes. This is insane how much value we provide every single day. All right. And I love the super chats. If you want a coin, you want a deep dive. If there's something you need to talk about, if you got to go over it, if it's just a dying desire, jump on in, send in your super chat today. Let us talk about it. Let's go over it. Let me know what's on your mind. All right. Let me know. Join the trading group at cryptolifer.com. Join today. We make it super easy. Forget about Patreon. Anyone that uses Patreon, number one, isn't a true businessman. They like getting ripped off by a middleman. And Patreon, it doesn't really, I don't think it has the creator's interest at heart. I really don't. I'm not a fan. No offense. God bless you, Patreon. Hope everything goes well for you guys. But, if I could, I would, Anyway. Need I digress? I still have a Patreon, but I wish everyone that joins Patreon would join through the website, and please get off Patreon. There's only like a tiny percentage of people still there. We have migrated everybody off, and they've done the right thing. I want everyone to migrate off completely. I would like to remove it all, Anyway, and God bless everyone that does use Patreon. I hope it works out for you. What I do is what I do. It doesn't mean you have to do it. YGG making gains. The gaming coins starting their bounce back to the upside. This thing is getting a little bit of a bounce off the 706 fib. I'm watching this coin too as well. I just got an alert on it. I'm not getting into it yet or anything, but I'm paying attention. If it gets above a key level, and you know what I like to do is I like to watch reversals. Once your reversal happens, I know it's now in an uptrend. Once it's in the uptrend, so I'm looking for a flag in here. And I'm just looking for a swing trade for a flag from here to there. See, I can watch 100 coins, all watch them in reversals, and then the first coins get above their previous resistances, make flags. I know I have a very highly likelihood of that flag breaking to the upside and getting a big move. Aha, right? So I use bigger time frames set, you know, to lead me to where I want to take my next trade. All right. Someone asked about METIS DAO, if I'm correct, right? On MEXC. So METIS had a huge pump. It's funny, I looked at it in this flag too, December 23rd. I drew this little flag, I was like, it ripped. I didn't put it out, I was just going through coins on my own one night, and it absolutely ripped to the upside. Today, the kids still have the day off, you know what I mean? Still a beautiful day. And you know what's weird is my kids have the day off tomorrow. Why my kids have the day off tomorrow, I do not understand. You know what I mean? The Irish teachers in Boston need 2 days from all that, you know, I'm just... But, you know, the 4-day does want to push to the... Look at it. Aggressive move here. It's got some hidden bullish divergence because it's swinging up while this is swinging down, telling me that it really wants to continue. It's touching the 21 on a lot of time frames. The daily's a little far away, but it's showing a green candle. The daily has me like a little weary. The 2-day has me a little weary. The 3-day... But that 22-hour looks absolutely beautiful with some hidden bullish. Looks like it definitely may continue to the upside. I mean, the trade, I like the trade because there's not a lot of risk involved, right? You know, I get stopped out for 16%. I'll possibly make, what, 50, 72%. I know, it's... Yeah, the level somewhere on candle body there. 75% gains for 14% stop loss. I like it. I mean, that's, you know, a little higher risk than I want based on the distance of the daily on the 21. You know what I mean? That's a little more risk than I'd like, but still, you know, shows signs of a move. Interesting. METIS DAO, right? I give this a 6 out of 10. You know, it could be better, but it is setting up pretty nicely. All right. And I give it a 5.5 out of 10. Could be better, but it's not the worst. You know what I mean? Go research an RNSID. Find out what is there. When I researched it, it blew my mind. Once I got it in the mail, I couldn't believe it. Check it out today. It is so interesting. Get yourself an RNSID and, you know, take control of your life. Start doing things you never thought possible with an RNSID. I'm telling you right now. Google it. Find out what happens. It'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. What is it about the 3-piece? When you wear the vest, it just, you know what it is? It makes you look thinner. Even if you're chubby, it makes you thin. Not that I am chubby, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? It adds to the man. There's something manly about the 3. I just can't. Hey, paisan over here. And this one too, the Hugo Boss, man. This thing is like, you know what I mean? And I've only wear one Hugo Boss suit. I've never worn a bunch of Hugo Boss. Like, I don't have a slew of Hugo Boss. I don't even have Hugo Boss shirts, really. Just own this suit. Back in the day, I think I owned a couple other things, but be honest, I didn't have, I saved my money, everyone. I worked a night shift for a long time. I didn't have money to buy fancy clothes. You know what I mean? I just didn't. Now my fancy clothes are a write-off. They're part of my costume. You know, they're basically the wardrobe. This is all wardrobe. I need to look good on the show, right? I mean, this is wardrobe, baby. Amazing, right? So now that it's part of the business, everything changes. Everything changes. It's another cool thing about looking nice on the show. So many smart things that you can do once you're a business person and you're business orientated. I talked about no sauna, if you remember, way back then, and then it pumped again. I talked about it here. We gave no sauna back in 26. It's at 88. Continues to rip, and look at it just slowly ripping to the upside. I don't even really know what this coin does. I just looked at the technicals, and it continues to break faces. Bitcoin going back up. I mean, this is False Move Monday. This is why, look, I just set my trade and keep it easy. Look at the volatility. If I was staring at it, I'd be up, I'd be down, I'd be up, I'd be down. I'm up 45, I'm down 33. You know what I mean? And you just got to take it easy, especially on a Monday, New Year's Day. All right? But I like what I'm seeing in the charts, and I know how to read the moving averages. The moving averages are telling me a story, and I'm listening. I'm listening to the moving averages. Nothing else. No emotions. Nothing else needed. I'm heeding what I'm supposed to be heeding. All right? I'm listening to the words. Shout out to the Dogecoin TA for my man Ride Side Rebuild Dark Side AI. All right. For the $10 super chat. And shout out to the fan funding here. Love that they added this page now. Stas, cheers, Sam. Wish you and the fam a great upcoming year and all the best. May we check Tara or NAKA? You pick one you want to go over. We'll go over both because I love you and you're such a cool guy. Happy New Year, dude. Think BONK is going to move today. Can you do TA? What's the next upper target? BONK, I can close my eyes and see it in a photographic memory. It's in a falling wedge. It came to the 706 Fibonacci level. We want to see if it can get back above basically into the golden pocket. If it gets to go to the golden pocket, we're going to look for it to break out, make a flag, and then we can see if it can break further to the upside. Not sure if it's going to break out today, and there may be some more downside. We'll take a look at the chart in a second, but I'm seeing it in my mind right now. Anyway, cheers, Sam. Happy New Year's. Yeah, GMX, USDT.P, Binance. Happy New Year. King. Wow, calling me a king. That's respect, man. God bless you, Web3 Art. Very nice of you to do. Dogecoin on the radar, too, as well. Good morning, Sam. Could you take a look at Shrapnel? Happy New Year, everyone. 2024, the year of the lifers. Amen. Amen. Can you do Dogecoin TA, please? And thank you. Happy New Year. Another Dogecoin TA. Happy New Year to METIS Dow. We take a look at that. Jamie, we appreciate you. And Filecoin from Ryan. Filecoin is on my radar. Massive short squeeze for Bitcoin. And there we do. We got it. We got it, babe. The first short squeeze of the year. We called it again. Yeah. We do what we do every single day. And that's why people love coming to the channel. Shout out to the 918 beautiful souls in the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Bang, bang, bang to the upside. That was a massive move for Bitcoin. Put us in the money, up $100 on the trade. Things going well right now. Absolutely beautiful. We got the pump. I called the flag. We nailed it again. If you were in the trading group, you were making money. We do this every single day. It would be awesome to be in a three-piece, to hit my call, to nail it, to give the trade this morning to my trading group and have everything go swimmingly well. You know what? I woke up a little sad. First thing on my mind was my mother talking to me and me replaying what happened. Swear on my life, it's like some of the first things that happen to me lately when I wake up. It's me and my mom, and she's like, "What's happening? Am I gonna be okay?" And I'm like, "You're gonna be fine, Ma," you know? Then I take a deep breath, I meditate, and I fight through the pain, and I start my morning, and I get into my focus and my discipline. And I did that today, and we made it. We made it happen. Shout out to everyone that made gains with me today. God bless each and every one of you. We got the short squeeze. We nailed them. I call these short squeezes all the time. If you're new to my channel, get ready. I'm not just a guy that goes over coins. We live trade here. We make gains here. We show you how we get it done, baby. Let's go. I put everything into this. Everything I have into everything I do. I squeeze out the purity of life into every passion, every essence of my soul in my pores, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you. Let's go. This is Crypto Lifer. This is the experience. This is why people come to the live, and this is why this live is different than any other live you'll ever be a part of in your life. You'll never watch the liquidations like this. Unbelievable. Now we can see, look, it's making a beautiful bull pennant on the 1 second chart, possibly getting ready for another liquidation. Massive move to the upside. I showed you where I put my money. I showed you how to make $100 out of $1,500 in basically a couple hours. And this is just the beginning. This trade could really start to rip and go further to the upside. Many people use bigger leverage than me. I'm a low risk guy. I don't like to get too crazy. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everyone that just took gains. You know what I mean? And I like to, if you hit last in quantity, boom. Usually after a short squeeze like that, we will get a bit of a pullback. Now I have to look at the smaller time frames. Now Bitcoin's going to make me work. BTC, USDT.P. And I'll go to the Bitcoin perpetual on MEXC. What I love is the 22. We got the bounce though. See, It's all about getting the bounce, and we remember I called the long down here when we bounced back up. 41,177 was the 42,177 was a main entry right about there, but I started getting into it. If I got another trade in at 41.9 and took profits from that trade. This is the pennant we talked about. I went over this thing for days. I've gone over all this stuff with each and every one of you. I don't like how the moving averages are curving. It's not the best sign. I do like how the 21 is getting closer and closer to price action on the 3-day. That's a good sign. The 2-day. I like how the daily's interacting with the 21. The daily looks like a massive move is coming. That's a bull pennant. Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. They say that there's going to be an ETF and we're going to explode to 51,800. That's what the charts say. Anything is possible. That's what the charts convey. You don't know? Now we're holding 42,800 on the move. This is why people come to my show. Between 10 and 12 o'clock, almost every single day, there's a liquidity grab in cryptocurrency. And maybe earlier in the NASDAQ, they like to do the 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. move in the NASDAQ. It's kind of good because in my group, you can trade both. We teach you how to trade both, right? Shout out to Master Friend, beginning of the year. If you really want to learn about the London session, the New York session, I take courses with this guy. He teaches me so much about different things that I never knew about. It'll blow your mind. Hit the QR code or the link below. Jump into Master Friend's course. It'll blow your mind. I'm telling you right now, you do have to be a part of my trading group. It's an additional $300, but you get 3 weekly Zoom mentoring sessions a week. You get so much information, and you get brought into the fold of another realm of learning that I believe will change the way you think about the markets for the rest of your life and give you insight that just most people don't have. You're going to understand when the liquidity comes in, why it comes in at certain times, and be able to take advantage of it. My show is positioned from 10 to 12 for a reason. My mind is on point with the market. What I do is I don't even speak. It's unspoken. You know what I mean? The success has been premeditated due to how I look at what's happening. It's Rain Man, man. So look, we have more liquidity to the upside, to the downside. We could still go either way. We did see 42.8 though before it happened. We knew there was likelihood of a move to the upside based on the chart, based on the 7-minute stochastics RSI and the 15-minute. Okay? So I like what here. I'm moving in now. I go to the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour had to bounce off the lower area. It did. However, we still have a resistance here. It's really not all gravy. 42.8 is a heavy resistance. It's a key area that Bitcoin 42.9, even call it 43,000. But we can't get above this area. We're going to have to flip this. And at least, in pattern trading 101, bottom, top, you're likely to head to the top of the channel, right? Even so, too, I saw this as a broadening falling wedge that broke to the down, that started to break to the upside. A little bit of a move out, slightly, Anyway, saw a bit of a shoulder, head, and a right shoulder there, too, that still has legs. The 4-hour says we still have momentum to the upside. The 1 hour's a little spent, but still has momentum. I'm telling you right now, it's all about if we close a candle above this 200 SMA, which it looks like we may, the move is going to be even more explosive. And we're going to shoot really fast, really quickly, up to 43,500. This trade's going to make about $500 or more. We're going to be in the money. And this may happen on the live stream today. It may happen in the next 20, 30 minutes. There's the liquidity grab right there, 43,200. That would be our first bar that would push us. Then you would expect another kind of setup there up to 43.8. The chance we do rip all the way to 44,000 today and get a massive short squeeze. It's setting up pretty nicely now that this candle in 7 minutes will close above the 200 SMA. It's just like when I'm shorting and the candle closes below the 200 SMA and then we likely get the dump down. Same idea, same situation, same story, Morning Glory. We're also above this point of control locally. Bounce, bounce, bounce. This is a good sign. If we break below 42.47, the dream is over. And this whole idea kind of fizzles out, right? If we stay above the 200 SMA here on the 1 hour, we're likely going to continue to the upside. So remember, we started with this flag. This is what got us going in the first place. The 15-minute stochastics were low. Told me we were likely going to get a move. However, we did hit resistance. And this is where support or resistance comes into play. And you're like, damn, I got to know divergence, support or resistance, Fibonacci, moving averages, VRVP, and my patterns. Yes, you got to know it all. And you all have to have it all work at once. See, that's the key. First, you know 1, then 2, then 3. Your mind will get it in time. And depending on your aptitude and the way you learn, you're going to get it a little faster or quicker than someone. And that's just the way it is. Okay? I can teach you how to even learn better. There's ways to teach your brain to learn faster. Okay? And number one, it's sleep, water, and nature. If you do more sleep, water, and nature, there's a high odd that you're going to have a better time focusing, and you're going to learn quicker, better, and more efficiently. People that surround themselves with alcohol, bars, violence, Netflix on TV, watching whatever they want, watching whatever video comes to mind, those people struggle. So look, we went all the way to 42,884 on that liquidation. And that was just a massive short liquidation. Can we continue? And this is where now we're getting into the smaller time frames, okay? Now I'm on the 5-second chart. And we really want to see this continue. I want to see this little flag here make a move. And yes, if you told me I'd be on the 5-second chart today, I would be like, are you sure? You know what I mean? But I live for hitting gains. I live for making calls. I don't really care about how much money I make each time. It's more about the call. Because I know I always, I got big money in Bitcoin. I got money in all sorts of coins. I'm going to make money. You know what I mean? It's what I've been doing now for a long time, trading. It's been 15 years since I got into markets and started playing around with my money. And thank God I did. Thank God I believe that there was something on the other side. Thank God I believe that you could do something different. My dad was an iron worker. My mom was a school teacher. No one in my family was an investment banker. I didn't grow up around anyone in finance. But I moved to New York, and I would get out of the subway in downtown. I worked all over the city, Midtown, the finance industry. Towards the end, I worked in the finance. Funny, my last 2 jobs in television, there was some TV studios down for whatever reason, renting office space because space was a lot cheaper down in the financial district, right? Bit of a triple. Look, shoulder, head, and a shoulder there on the 5-second chart. But the point of the story is I worked all over the city, and I would get out and I would watch these rich finance guys get out of the giant SUVs, literally SUVs, and walk into these huge buildings. I saw the nicest suits. Like, you live in New York City for 20 years like I did, and you spend almost every day in Manhattan. I mean, so I spent years in Manhattan just watching people with the most money you've ever seen, the fanciest dinners, the nicest cars. I mean, New York had it all. It was the biggest, it's the biggest city, one of the most expensive, is probably the most expensive city in the world. New York City. Unbelievable. You know what I mean? And so I saw so much. And, you dream subconsciously without realizing it. You get home from work, you take a shower, you take off your, whatever, and while you're taking a shower, you're running through without even thinking about it. All those people you saw, all that money you saw in the city, the giant I walk into foyers of buildings that were like, 200 feet, 300 feet tall with like giant balls. Like my buddy, they moved into this building and the foyer was just absolutely absurd. The foyer alone was just, these buildings all marble, beautiful, like giant megaliths. You go to the Empire State Building, you look out, you go to I went to Tower 1. I never went to the top of the Twin Towers. I never made it up there. They went down my first 2 months in the city, so, But I never made it to Tower 1 either, though. I did go to the Oculus. The Oculus was absolutely beautiful. So you can see here, I'm just conversationally talking you through Bitcoin on the 5-second chart here. Just attempting to make sense of something, what I'm seeing here, but nothing's really sticking. And again, 5-second chart on a volatile Monday, tough, right? But I just want to see if I'm getting some insight here. I like to even stick to the 1 minute. Gives me a little more insight. So we need this to wick. Turn into some type of pattern like so here. This is our continuation. Stop loss would be below these levels after a wick. If you can hold the 21-day, movement come back down. And that takes us to 43,000. All right. Then we want to go back and check our order book and see if anything has changed. They can move these orders around pretty fast. And look, we have 42.9 right there, which we could bleed into. And we do have 43,200, which is like the closest, biggest order we have. That corroborates the story that we could get this move here. I don't like this kind of double top bottom, though, with a lower high, And it's okay, too, because this could make something like this. and we could retest and bounce. Golden cross on the 1 minute. It's a good sign. We could get follow through. Okay. And we stay above the 200 SMA. Right now, you just want to see that the 1 minute stays above the 200 SMA. You're not really like, I'm not, for my overall trade, I'm not stressing it. It's kind of fun for me. I'm zooming on in. My stop loss is set. I'm either going to get stopped or I'm going to win. I'm not really going to be doing anything crazy. But now I just kind of watch. And this teaches me how price action works. This is likely to come down, I believe, and not make the lateral pattern. Make more of the falling wedge pattern. And then test. So now when we come down and we test 42,752, I'm not freaking out. I'm expecting it a little bit. And this is basically a twisted sister, a small version of a twisted sister. What is the twisted sister? It's something that I coined. I made it up. I really did. I didn't take it from anyone else. No one else does it online. I do it. I project two patterns once we get a pump, I project two patterns. So once you get a pump like and I'm in the replay tool here, but once you get a pump here, I would make two patterns. Usually one more lateral like this. And one more. And again, usually you either go sideways, because you're either going to do one or two things. You're going to do one of three things. You're going to continue to pump all the way to the upside. But then I go over the Stokes. Whenever the Stokes got high, like right there, did we pump? No, we went down. Okay. Right there, we went down. Right there, we went down. So whenever the Stokes get near the dotted line and start to curve, it's not likely that we continue to pump. Right there, we didn't. 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 I still know there's a 1% chance I'm wrong, but I rule out the idea that we're likely going to continue to pump when the Stokes get high. All right. So right off the bat, I say, Also, there's a bit of a bearish div here now. That swings up while that swings down on the 1 minute, right? So that's also something I got to pay attention to. So now I say, okay, it's likely that we finished our pump. All right. Maybe, so far, you never know for sure, right? And so now you're like, we're either going to go sideways or we're going to go further to the downside. All right. And you project. Let me take away one of these, right? It's too much. I don't use three. I use two. I do something like this, right? And then I watch price action. Usually not on the 1 second, usually on like the 1 minute or the 5 second. And I watch it. And you can see it clearly took the falling wedge path, right? So I can negate the sideways price action. I also know that whenever price makes a shooting liquidation, it gaps away from the 21-day moving average. Once it does that, it's likely to continue further, right? Now, I also see this as a nice little flag. Stochastics are low. Let's get the pump, baby. So now I'm ready for the length of this move. First target would be 42,009. The second target would be about 43,050. All right. Again, no guarantees. Could still be, you're in the 1 minute. Could still be in a bigger falling wedge. But to me, it looks like it kind of did break out here a little bit. All speculation. All the time. You know what I mean? Stochastics RSI are my key, though. And again, the 1 minute can shift and change. Being able to shift around on the 1 minute will change your life. All right? It really will. I'm curious to see what's happening in the world markets. The S&P, it's closed. Flat. Nothing. Yeah. We could take a day off, which is kind of nice. It's kind of like a Saturday or Sunday today. It's another reason why this market will act a little funny. It doesn't have the liquidity to bounce off of. Hedge funds are always doing different things. You know what I mean? And they're just, flip to this asset, to that asset, to that. And even if they don't flip the asset across, they're seeing the value created. Okay, I made this money on this coin. They're definitely, I think they offset losses and gains using crypto and the stock market. And they're interconnected in so many ways. They're financial tools. And these guys use any type of financial tool to their benefit. So now we're watching this flag on the 1 minute time frame, right? And what this does is just provides you with that data. And then you can see that the golden cross suggests that this will break to the upside, right? And again, depending on what kind of trader you are, you could be a trader that sits here on the 1 minute and watches price action a lot. And you can make 5 to 10 trades a day on the 1 minute, make $1,000 a day, $500 a day, or lose. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you're guaranteed. I'm not a financial advisor, but you'll find your style. I tend to like to trade the 7 minute, the 15. I'm a swing trader though. I use the small time frames to communicate to me what's likely going to happen and to find out if key levels are broken or held. You know what I mean? Like right now, we know we have a key resistance, 42.8. The 1 minute's going to be the one that's going to break us through, right? I mean, the small time frames will show us when we get through the bigger areas. Then we can flip back to the daily and see that we close a candle above resistance, and then we can zoom out to boom out, right? And so that's kind of what I do. And I can teach you from the weekly all the way down to the 1 minute. Heck, last night, I'm not going to do the weekly today because last night we spent so much time on the weekly candle and the monthly candle, even the yearly candle. We went over the yearly candle last night. It was amazing. You know what I mean? Shout out to the 1,030 people here on the live, 370 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. I already gave a clean trade for free on Bitcoin. That's in the money still. Happy New Year. Took the Bitcoin call last night, and I'm up. Thank you. Shout out to Master Friend, man. I love you, man. You're such a nice dude, man. Very nice guy. Very nice person. 2 days, man. I can't wait. Jaden, you got to say, oh, yeah, you're going to wait till his birthday. Dang, now I got to wait. I'm like a kid. I love watching a kid get hooked up. But anyway, I shouldn't say anything. You never know. He might be in the back of rounds. Happy New Year, man. God bless you, Master Friend, dude. Thank you, brother. I love you with all my heart and soul, man. You're a good man. May God bless you. You and your family. Amazing people. Amazing. Thank you for showing up for us every day. Congrats on your new baby girl. Let's check out Kimbo. Looks like a big cup and handle on the CoinX USDT pair. John Preston, I like that you're staying focused on the coin. And this is what I love too. People will bring up a coin, then they'll keep bringing up the coin. And they'll stay on it with us. And that's discipline and focus. And what discipline and focus will bring to your life, oh my God. And look, we got Nasty Nate's corner. GRT, please, for the community. Let's celebrate the first super chat on a live stream. Thank you so much, Nasty Nate. My team and everybody here really appreciates the fact that you would send a new super chat our way on this first beautiful day of the year, 2024, 1/1/2024, man. Wow. What an amazing year it was. What amazing time it's been. God bless every one of you for being here. My team usually assembles a list of these super chats, and then I grab them right here. And I don't even know. That's a cool emoji that you're using. Is that Lakochi? Yeah, Lakochi does that. Lakochi, I love you. I appreciate you. I hope everyone that works for me feels financially free in some way, shape, or form. I hope you're on your way to getting a better life. I hope I help provide that for you. I hope you love working with me. I hope working with me creates a better path to a better life. That's all I want to create for anyone that joins my team and joins my movement. I don't call you employees. I call you dream makers because you make my dream happen together. We do it together. It's amazing. May God bless everybody. You see how the stochastics are super low and double bottom here? Very likely that we're going to get a break to the upside here. Very likely. Based on stochastics RSI. I love this indicator. It teaches me about momentum. Whenever they're low and curving, especially when they're curving the way they are now, which is pretty aggressive. You see, like that's an aggressive curve to the upside. It shows momentum. Nothing is guaranteed in trading. Remember that. But look, if you went and back tested this and said, what if I longed every time these were curving? And I longed down here. Nice little pump. Long down here. Nice little pump. Long down here. Nice 3 for 3 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Little pump there. 5. You might have got faked out by this one, but you had to be below the dotted line. 6. Little mini pump. Failed. Pump. Nice pump there. Beautiful pump to the upside there. So the odds are in your favor that this will break to the upside, but it doesn't mean it's going to. See, that's the problem with trading is if you don't have the years of data, then you're going to see, you'll take a select pocket of data. It's like selective statistics. And you'll say, oh, this doesn't work. And that's why most people do not put in the work that I did to get where I'm at. You know what I mean? They're not going to do that. And so because of that, and then most people, the people that you're going to hear talking, the empty barrel makes the loudest noise. So the rumors are that the things that work don't work. And people repeat this over time. Pattern traders don't make any money. It's all about order flow and order books. Yes and no. Look what I do with patterns. I create miracles with patterns. You know what I mean? I'm called Sammy Cup and Handy for a reason. Because I can see it before it happens. The idea is the pattern teaches me what's likely going to come. That's all. Right? The pattern teaches me what's likely going to come. And so we don't have to look at world markets today. We don't really have to break down the S&P, the NASDAQ. We don't have to do that. And last night we went over the yearly, the monthly, and the daily candle. If you didn't see enough of that, you can go to last night's live stream and click the timestamp links. They're going to break it down for you, and you're going to see exactly what went down. All right. Let's take a look at Filecoin. Who here partied last night hard, and you're waking up with a nasty hangover right now? I don't drink anymore, so I don't even remember what it is like to drink. And Filecoin, we talked about it breaking to the upside. We went over for you. The fact that Filecoin was likely going to 771. I talked about it down here. We went over it in depth. Then we talked about it last night in the trading group. We gave you the flag. This flag has a measured move all the way to 849. Everybody knew Filecoin was likely going to blow. We talked about it for days. We went over it here, here, and here. $6. Filecoin up, banging on to the upside. I mean, this was just, I call this child's play, right? I mean, it was like we talked about it. We went over it. We knew it. We had the channel. We knew the measured move. Pretty simple stuff, right? Everybody could agree this was pretty simple. Everyone see it's not that hard to make money in trading. Like, it's really not. Like, I like these setups. I like setups that pay me the way they're supposed to pay me. I get in, I'm supposed to get paid. Thank you. MoveOn.com, right? Bitcoin getting a nice little pump again to 42,850. Let's see if we can get the move out the channel to the upside. So far, we are breaking out, getting the move. Let's take a look at that beautiful trade now, up $100, 6.6%. $1,500 at 17x leverage at $25,000, $677 trade depending on funding. Filecoin doing damage, and then we gave you this flag on the live stream yesterday, maybe even posted it to the trading group. Bang, Filecoin to the upside. And it was like, all we did was talk about Filecoin. This morning I went over it. Filecoin, right? And December 23rd, I'm going over Filecoin in the trading group at 546. I'm talking about Filecoin. It's up $3 now. On the 23rd of December. And this is the type of stuff you get in the trading group. Like, you get to know about it way before everyone. Then 2 weeks later, everyone's talking about it, and it does a ripper. But you got the greatest prices ever. You got to know about it on the low. You knew about it before everybody else. That is the difference between being in a trading group with a progressive mentor that studies the markets every single day of his life and doesn't take days off and pushes you to push yourself to limits you never even thought possible. Once you hang out with me and you join my trading group that you can't live the mediocre life you used to live. You know that's over, and it's time to push yourself to the limit. Like, it. So, all right. Once you join my trading, some people don't join my trading group just because they're afraid they're going to get pushed to a level that they honestly know in their heart they may not be ready for. But trust me, man, it's time for you to take your life by storm. It's time for you to jump on in with me. It's time for you to go all the way. It's time for you to make gains with the lifer. Look, we found the flag. The flag's breaking out. It's time to lose the fear. It's time to believe in yourself. It's time to give yourself the education you deserve and stop playing that game like I used to play with myself. Don't live the night shift like I did. All right? I worked a night shift for a long time in my life. All right? 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday. Everyone was out socializing, meeting people, going to events in the biggest city in the world. What was I doing? I was spending my whole day alone in my apartment, and then I was going to work. I made the best of it. I rode my bike a lot on the spring and the summer days. Those days kept me going to the night shift because I was able to be outside and really enjoy myself. Okay? But, and I always made the best of my life, no matter what. I always made the best of it. I never complained. I actually liked the night shift in a way, even though I'm talking about it. But I wasn't able to be who I really wanted to be. Look at this Adam and Eve double bottom. These things break out so much, it's ridiculous. Lately, it's been the pattern to trade for the last all of 2023. We'll call it the year of the Adam and Eve. It really was. Who here traded it Adam and Eve? Who actually traded it and made money this year? I used like 50 of them, maybe even more. Who here learned the Adam and Eve with me and are still perfecting it, but you get it and you're ready to push through? Put a 1 in the comment section if you use the Adam and Eve and you love it. Put a 2 if you're just learning it from me, but you see its potential and you're excited where it could go. Put a 1 if you used the Adam and Eve this year and you made money with it. Put a 2 if you found out with me, but you're going to learn, you're going to add it to your portfolio. I want to see a bunch of 1s and 2s here. Let's see what's going on. A bunch of people still learn it. D Shuffle learned it. Frankie for Life Crypto. Fit for Life Crypto. He used it and made gains. A lot of 1s. A lot of people made gains. Cobra X. A Cobb Tree RX. We love it. DJ Johnny 55, Johnny Shanks, Ivan 10 broke. Put up a poll. I love it. 2211. I love it. I love it. I love it. And Bitcoin sitting at 42,800, doing damage, breaking out. And I tell you, it's all about the moving averages. We just need to stay above the 200 SMA on this 15 and the 7. And then we need to basically cash in over it. As long as we stay above this, usually a huge pump will come now. Now we close one candle above the 200 SMA. A likelihood of a massive pump to the upside is going to occur. Is it going? Happy New Year. Can you check out RUNE? I opened a position yesterday. Let me know what you think. I'm a swing trader. Crypto forward. Shout out to my man with the $20 super chat. God bless you. Thank you so much for the love. And thank you so much for giving everybody $94 in chat revenue. 1,100 people on the chat. Unbelievable. Or in the stream. 438 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I know you might forget. You might just be watching. You're like enthralled. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. $11.11, Jimmy. You texted me at 11:11, man. There's got to be some reason for that. I love you, Jimmy. You're going to make it. Your toughest times are going to be your best. There's going to be days where you'll never go that low again. My mom died, and I don't go to the lows that I used to go. I get close. It's been hard. I'm not trying to say I'm invincible. It's been tough. You know what I mean? It's been tough. So I expect a pump now for Bitcoin because it broke above the 200 SMA on the 1 hour. I teach my students this. We talk about it all the time. We go over this, and I was front running it. I even said how we front run it. I taught this earlier in the stream, and I said I'm going to take a shot. And as this continues to pump, it makes 100% sense to me. And as I watch my money go up based on what I understand these markets. I can teach you how to trade these markets. I show every single day. I show and prove it. And I can teach you how to do it as well. And I can teach you how simple it is. And I can show you, I can break it down. I can break down these chaotic movements, what looks like just craziness all over the chart. And I can make it seem so clean and so simple. What time frames to use, when to use them, why to use them, how to use them, and more. On top of how to use the VRVP, how to read liquidity, right? Like we knew we were going further up. We knew we had that liquidity. Now we're at 42.9. We told you, baby. We showed you how to use the small time frames, when to use them, how to use them. This is technical analysis 101. I'm running a clinic right now. If you want to join into my clinic, if you want to be a part of this, and we do this, I mean, I love that this is how the new year starts. Exactly, because this is encompassed 2023. We did this in 2023 like 90% of the days. You would come to my live. I would draw these cool little charts and flags. I would open up a position in front of you, and you would watch me make gains. All right. Join the livers. If this is not a commercial for my trading group right now, if this isn't the greatest way to show you why would you not want to follow someone that does it in front of you every single day? Why would you not want to learn these strategies? They're right here. It's right here. CryptoLifer.com, CryptoLifer.com, CryptoLifer.com. And then pay the least amount of fees while you do it at MEXC. You can't beat it. You really can't. And trade KuCoin, trade Bobby, trade wherever you want. You know what I mean? But if you do use the links that I have, I do get a commission. And therefore, you karmatically give back to me from what I taught you. And to me, that's just the greatest relationship we could ever have. All right? You will create so much wealth. Amen. BOOKMAP is the liquidity heat map. Amen. Amen. How can I join with crypto? Email cryptolifers@gmail.com. My wife is standing by, and we have other people doing, customer service. They will love to take your cryptocurrency and get you into the group today seamlessly. Jump on in. All right. And look, that's a good place to take some profits there. There's a bit of a bearish div. We're overbought on the 1 minute. I like that scalp, right? I go here to last, close long, and what I'll do is I'll wait for another flag on a smaller time frame. All right. I'll do that 10 times today and make $1,000. Okay. On my way, reality in the game. Reality is worth it. Pay 1 month and see. Really is worth it. Pay 1 month and see. I like what he said. Yeah, take a month. $100 is the worst. Think about all the money you spent boozing in our lives. I know I did. Playing games with my life. Doing things I shouldn't be doing. All the times I spent $100 on things that did not serve me. And I have a product that will change your life forever. and really show you what's going on. This should continue to pump, really. I probably should never have closed that trade. But I just knew that we had some bearish div, and we were likely going to pull back a little bit. And I could see that pullback, see? Could easily get wicked up again. And so now I kind of like move on to my next pattern. I like pattern. It's like kind of like a campsite. Like we camped. We took what we had, you know, from the land. We did what we needed to do. We're going to move on now. MoveOn.com, right? My dad used to say that. MoveOn.com, baby. My dad was a mover, man. He didn't like to dwell. I was someone who kind of thought through things and like kind of spent a lot of time. He never understood me through that. Like I meditated for hours, and he's like, "What the hell are you doing all that?" And I'm like, "Dad, that's, you know, how you put together an idea." Like, funny. Me and him were different, but we were the same in so many other ways. The older I get, the more I see him in my face, which is weird. It's like the ghost of my father living within me. I love you, Dad. I love you more than you would ever know. And my mom, I love you too. I just got to believe that they're with me. They're here with me. They support me and they're with me. I talk to them both all the time, every day, every single day. And I'm making these calls and I'm staying live while I'm going through the death of my parents. Like, if that doesn't show you guys that you can do anything you put your mind to as long as you believe in God, like God's got me. And a lot of you pray for me. A lot of you DM me and say, you know, I prayed for your peace today. I prayed for you to be in peace. And because, you know, look at the dump. See, I got out at the right time. I can just tell when the market's going to shift. I have an uncanny ability to feel out the markets. I can't explain it. I also like to take profits. It's a smart thing to do. You know what I mean? Profit taking range. Not enough power for the market to go higher. Sam Price for president of the blockchain party. I should message you. I follow you on Twitter anytime. Is the Bitcoin ETF 2nd January, 3rd, or 4th of January? Nobody knows, man. Don't worry. Just keep the charts. Just play the charts one day at a time. And look, there was a bearish div there. Told us we would get a bit of a pullback. Kind of a cup and handy now, beginning to form. We don't want to lose the 200 SMA on the 7 and the 15. That's all that matters, really. Anything else, they can do whatever it wants, you know. Look at that Adam and Eve to the upside. Everything just played out. And we took advantage of the chart when the chart was there for us. All right. And I could spend the whole time sitting here doing this on the 1 minute for Bitcoin. Literally, we could spend the whole entire day doing that. Does Filecoin continue to the upside? Everyone wants Filecoin. How do we get in? Well, it's going to be following Bitcoin a little bit. And it hit a resistance. So again, what I just showed you, you know, we're going to flag out Filecoin. It's going to do one or two flags, a sideways flag or a downward flag. Either one is cool with me, and either one I'm willing to take. Because we're this close to the 21, I'll be honest, the proximity to the 21, because one day I did this, for years I did this, and then one day it hit me and I said, I can figure out where we're going based on how close the 21 is. I said, if we pump really far away from the 21, so look, here we pump really far away from the 21. Let's see, like, we make a more falling wedge. But here we pump up, and the 21 kind of carries with it a little bit more. It's more likely we go sideways. So I do this right here. I could even set one alert. Those are just vertical lines, Alt-V. Then I right-click and put alerts on them. Then I can even right-click, put an alert here. On top of all that, I can go to the 1 hour, and I can put alert here in the middle of the... right there. Actually, I've never did this. Can I hit control and grab an alert? No, it doesn't let me do that. That lets me do it, though. But it doesn't put the alert on it, I don't think. Nah, you can grab the line, but it won't put the alert on it. It doesn't carry over. They should add that because, I mean, technically I do want it to, you know. And so, look, I have an alert there, and I should make it smaller. I have an alert here 2 hours from now, an alert here like 6 hours from now. And then you could say, well, how do I know how long that's going to take? Hold shift. Line yourself up on the candle. Press down. Move over. One alert's at 6 hours. One alert's at 3 hours. Look at that. Bang. All right. And now I'm ready for my next possible scalp for Filecoin up to 922 when the time is right. See, like, I thought this through ingeniously for years of how to trade the best way, too. That's another thing. This in and of itself takes time and skill. How to enter, how to watch, how to observe. You know what I mean? Bullish on the fam right here. Shout out to Tom Crown. We love you. We appreciate you. And I consider you a friend and a close confidant and a brother, man. Thank you for everything. Thank you for reaching out. If I saw you today, I would definitely probably cry in your arms like a baby. You would have to hug me or put a towel on your shoulder because I would cry. And when I see you next, I probably will ball out. But I love you, man. I wish the best for you. And I'm just feeling a deep connection with you right now, Tommy, and I love you. And I just want to see the world for you too, man. Just all of us that put so much effort in. We're out here on our own. You know what I mean? Doing our thing. God bless you, Tommy. God bless you. And congratulations on a beautiful 2023, man. You did amazing. You know, and I have to be honest, you inspired me. Let's be vulnerable here for a minute. Like, you were doing it. You were Fed Day Tommy. Let's get it real. You know what I mean? Like, I did Fed Day from you, man. You taught me, bro. You're the mentor. Like, you paved the way for many of us. Let's be honest here. I try to be the man, but you're the man, dude. You're amazing, brother. We inspire each other. And I think the whole community inspires each other. I think that's what it's all about. We just keep raising the bar for each other. And all that does is better all our lives. Like, you know what I mean? Your life can only get better. My life can get better. And I just want to say, man, without you, I probably never would have live streamed. Like, I saw you doing your thing. I saw other people on YouTube. And I said, man, this looks like a fun community. I want to be a part of it. Yeah, I get everyone the feels, man. That's what I do, bro. I get it in, man. I bring out the emo in everyone, man. But shout out to the 1,100 people on the live. Shout out to Tommy Crown. You made it happen. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, you did too, man. And so God bless, man. Thank you for being cool, man. The whole crypto community was cool to me. You guys brought me in. Like, you didn't show me, like, who's this new dude? Like, you guys brought me in. You guys were nice to me. Showed me a lot of love. You know, Ben brought me on the channel. ATB was really where the family was kind of forming. And, you know, as a community, we've all been through a lot. You know what I mean? The diaspora of everything has affected us all in some way, shape, or form. And everyone knows someone that's on one side or the other. We're all too closely connected, too, as well. So, all right, so that's Filecoin in a nutshell, and that's how I would watch it for the next possible move to the upside. You could even draw a fib if you want on a smaller time frame. I think this is sufficient for me. I got alerts all over it. I'll know whatever Filecoin does. I will know, right? And look at that sell, man. What a sell for Sammy Beans. I would have lost the trade, right? See, and that's how you make a sell-off bearish divergence. I caught the bearish div. I decided it was going to drop. I sniped out of the trade, and there you go. I took my profit. And now we're ready to rock. I'm 3 for 3 back in action, and I'm 1 for 1. Here we go. My first trade of the year. I won my first trade of the year on my live stream. That's all I asked for. Let's see if we can keep this going. You know what I mean? Shout out to the 1,077 people on the live. 526 likes. $96 in chat revenue. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's go, baby. What do you guys like me doing this every single time? Let's go. You guys probably do. Like, don't hit the like yet. He'll freak out first. You know? ETF approval will bring a 30% retracement for Bitcoin. That's so funny. I love you, Tommy, and I love you more, Sam. No, I love you more, Tom. Stop it, Sam. I love you more. You guys are funny, man. Dude, let us freaking, let us pat each other on the butt for a little while, right? You know what I mean? I think we will see a big, nasty drop when the ETF is approved. I like people that say I think. I like taking people's money that say I think. Enough love for everyone, man. I love it, man. How's your balls on you doing? Not too good, actually. You know what I mean? Down a little bit. I'm down on my balls on you, man. We got in right here. It pumped up a little bit, came down. You know what I mean? Holding the zone, right? It's holding right now, like attempting to double bottom or something, but it doesn't look amazing. It's likely to come down lower. I'll look for that 786 fib retracement for my balls on you. And excuse me, I'm not trying to be rude. This is what it's called. It's like, they had cock in you. Now they got balls on you. I think it's only right. Excuse my language. Babe, is that okay? They have cock in you, and they also have one called balls in you. Balls on you. What, babe? You don't like that, right? All right, I'm sorry. It's not okay, right? It's not right? Okay, I'm sorry, babe. So my wife said it's not okay. So my mom said when she moved into this house, her friend gave her this bird. She didn't tell me the story till literally like a few months ago when my aunt died. My aunt also died. I didn't mention, you know, on top of all this, my aunt died on September 3rd, and I went to her funeral too. Yeah, just so you guys know, my dad died, my aunt died, and my mom died. Yeah, all in 7 months. It was awesome. 2023 was great. Seeing everyone at the same funeral 3 times in a row, stunning. Anyway, my mom said that someone gave her this bird as a home-warming gift, and so I keep the bird now on the desk. The bird stays. It's funny. I actually said, "Do you want it?" She said, "No, the bird stays with the house. Stays here, you know." And she put it back on the shelf. I had no idea where it came from. She had never told me. I had put it up on my bookcase. Cool little bird, right? Anyway. Yeah, so we're not going to say, we're going to call this, you know, just BAWLS from now on, and we're going to keep it clean for the kids and the people watching. I'm kind of a class clown. I think things are funny that aren't. And, you know, I am super, I like to keep it classy and clean. Don't get me wrong. But I do think things are funny that are I'm a little immature sometimes, all right? I'll be honest. And honestly, I'm never going to grow up. I don't want to grow up. I don't plan on it. And it doesn't mean I'm disrespectful. It doesn't mean I'm rude. It just means I'm willing to laugh. You know what I mean? And when something's funny, I think it's funny, right? But I should be better, and I'm sorry. All right? So I apologize. Call the bottom, January 2023. 2024 is the year of prosperity. Big Tall, 69. Amen. Keep the inner kid. I love it. Yeah, man. But Songbird Lifer could be a sign. You're funny. It's what the YouTube algorithm finds funny that matters. You're funny, man. Jamie, man. Always with the sound of reason. The voice of reason. Jamie Zeno. You know what I mean? I walked away for 2 seconds over here. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Crypto RS kid. See, I flipped it on y'all. I flipped it. So with the regular markets down, we took a nice scalp to the upside. Took a beautiful trade. It was the 7-minute flag. So let's go back to the 7 and see if we can find any sense, you know. And what it is we're going to see if we can make an ascending triangle here and respect this trend. And we're going to be looking for some type of hidden bullish, possibly if this comes down and this stays in an uptrend. We can find some hidden bullish in the 7-minute. And to me, this is possibly our next leg up. And because the 1 hour is above the 200 SMA, right? Oh, no, it's not anymore. We tweezer topped. See, that's bearish. If the 7, so now we watch the 7. Let's see if the 7-minute can consolidate. If the 7-minute consolidates, we can turn that red candle green, close above the 200 SMA again on the 1 hour, and still get our move on out of here. I'm still bullish because we're above the 200 SMA on the 7, and we broke below it since the wee morning, and I like that. So let's watch this consolidation. No trade right now. I'm out now, right? But I'm going to wait for this to consolidate. If I see this consolidate, I'll probably put another trade out with a stop here. I take profit up in here, and that's a nice, you can already see the 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio beginning to form for the move to the upside, right? And so that's something that I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. All right, let's jump on into the super chats now. We have a half an hour to have a blast, 28 minutes to be exact, and let's break it down. Let's pump on the 2 hour. Crow double bottomed in the 1 hour. I mean, I keep putting out Crow. It takes time. Trade of the week. Let's see what it did, though. Did it break structure? The only thing I did say, you know, it's funny, I'm always open-minded. And I did see something in Crow that had me thinking. I saw something in Crow here. You know, kind of a stretch. I had this Adam and Eve double top theory. Kind of had like, but you know what? It's just consolidating nicely. It really is. Even here in and of itself is another tight tight area here. So interesting enough, right? So for Crow, and I see the bigger target going, what, 16 cents. Sorry, I forgot what coin I was looking at for a second. 16 cents for Crow. I like this setup. I like the way it looks in the bigger time frame. The daily is consolidating and oversold. So this thing's likely to make a big move to the upside. I can keep a stop below 8.6 and see if I can let it rip. I like what I'm seeing here, you know, and I've been going over this for Crow and keeping an alert here and watching it closely. It may take another couple of days to fully play out. We don't know, right? Let's take a look at DOGE, SHRAP, XCAD. We got so many coins coming our way. I love it. I love it. RUNE and XCAD are the add-ons, right? Okay, so let's take a look here at SHRAP. SHRAP was a hot coin. Shrapnel. When it first came out, we knew about it, right? Down here, when it first hit the exchange, all right? Then it made this little flag and it continued to pump. I felt like I missed it because I knew about it at 5 cents and it already did a 6x, right? Kind of, you know, it did almost a 10. It did an 8x to 42 cents. An 8.5x, really. From when we were first able to get our hands on it at about, you know, it pumped at 3, but we really were able to grab it at 5 cents. I went over the day it hit the exchange and talked about it. I like the idea. I like the name, Shrapnel. I felt like it could do numbers. Then I've been seeing this recently. It's like this ascending triangle with the little dip in the middle. Crow kind of has it, right? Let me show you. We just went over Crow, so it's kind of interesting to talk about. But it, you know, it has this, you know, ascending triangle overall, but in the middle it had the pump in the middle. I saw that Shrapnel kind of had that here, right? If we go further back, you'll see it. It's the triangle, but it's got this kind of pump in the middle for whatever reason. And it's not like something I've seen all the time. It's an interesting shape, right? Daily dose of compilations, Crypto Lifer. We all in love with you, man. I love you too. We all effing love you. I love you too, man. Thank you. Dang, they liquidated those shorts from the M pattern on that one. Oh yeah, they definitely did. And now they're back at 42,770. Look at that. So crazy what Bitcoin's doing today. Heavily volatile, right? ARB and Matic gearing up. I'm the same way, Lifer. I can laugh and be a kid at the same time as being a responsible adult. Exactly. You know what I mean? I'm conscious of the people around me. I don't want to hurt or offend anyone. But I love having a good time. My mom and dad were the same way, you know. My dad used to say, "I'll do anything for a laugh." And he did some things just for the laugh of it, you know. And you look back, and you know you can actually see someone that does that, you know, and not like the jokey laugh, but like, you know, some like he would, if say he had to pick you up from the airport, and in the Vineyard they had a smaller airport where like they had a real tarmac, like you got off a smaller plane. And you literally walked off like they pulled out the stairs and you got off. It felt like kind of different. You know, you fly smaller planes there in the Cape. And your family's like right there waving. And so he'd always have a big sign or he'd wear a funny hat. He wouldn't just come pick you up. Like, he wouldn't just come pick you up. He'd put a ribbon on the car. Or he'd find, you know, he had a taxi sign one time. You know, he got an old taxi. It said taxi and he had a van. And somehow he got like some sticker, how he did it, Velcro, whatever. You know, for a second, he'd act like he was a real taxi. You know, my dad, that's how my dad was, man. He always thought it was funny to do stuff like that, you know. And he was joking his whole life. Like, he was always joking. He could be uptight sometimes, you know, in the mornings, depending on the day, you know. As he got older, I mean, he was struggling with pain, and he didn't like, he could tell that he was on his way out. He wasn't happy with getting old. You know, he loved life. He loved going out. He loved moving. He loved vibing. He loved being like, yeah. And when he finally was like, I can't really move, he was like, what is this? He's like, I never signed up for this. He was such a young spirit. Like, getting old wasn't cool for him. Like, he wasn't, you know. Both my parents really didn't die old. Like, my dad died at 76. My mom died at 74. Just in the last few years just in the last year did my dad slowly start to lose mobility. Like, you know, he could walk and go places just a year before. He went on a long walk with me, and it hurt him. I don't know how he did it. But he went on like a 10-minute, not even like a 15-minute hike to a beach with me the year before he died, the summer before he died. And my mom was in the greatest shape. She was in better shape than like most people. Like she really was. It's kind of crazy. That's why I believe they were definitely injured, by said things. But it is what it is. Let's get back to brass tacks here. What's happening for Bitcoin? I'm like, what are you doing? So technically, look, it came down and it retested this trend line. Bing, right? And so what I do, and look, the trade's still in the money, technically. We're still in the money in the trade. In at 42,617. Okay. I'm done with this trade. I'm out of it. So I'm kind of, you may still be in it. I don't know. We bounced off that point of control. Oh, yeah, we were on the 7. I was like, there we go. Yeah, we were on the 7 watching this bigger. Oh, that's why. I was like, wait, we were on the perpetual. Sorry. I was about to say, like, I had something brewing here. Where's my old work? We were grinding. Yeah. Yeah, so we're watching this, and so far so good. We got the bounce we wanted on that 7, which makes sense, right? That could be a beautiful entry if we keep going sideways, right? And we may never go lower. But this is the next trade we're looking at. Something like this. Entry would have been in there. Anywhere in this middle section, I'm cool with. 5-to-1 risk-reward ratio, too, which is beautiful, right? Again, stop could even come here for a 3-to-1. Depending. So, and that's the thing. Like, your stop could be there. I don't know. Like, you can never give someone a stop. You know what I mean? And that's why, no one's a financial advisor but you, because no one knows what you can handle, what your risk is, what you're going for. Nobody knows but you. All right? Nobody knows but you. Right. Shout out to the 1,058 people here on the live. 577 likes. $96 in chat revenue. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. So that takes care of Bitcoin. Shrapnel, I'm looking for the break out of the falling wedge to the upside. See if we can kind of keep that zone. It may fall down and make a double top, lower high, and, The bear scenario, is this a slanted kind of head and shoulder? Do we break further down to a fib? 618. Come here. We have a gap in the VRVP. So if shrapnel broke out and retested 38, I would swing trade the heck out of it. And if I like this coin and I think I was going to hold it throughout the next, bull rally, and I believed in it, good DCA for sure. A good place to kind of scalp a little bit. But, I'm not sold yet. Bit of an Adam and Eve double bottom forming. Feels like that would be cool. So I'd watch it. That would be really cool. Something like that. Definitely worth putting an alert on. If there was 100 coins, I'd definitely have it in like the 50 that I wanted to pay attention to. All right. Doge chain. And remember, today should be a funny day of crazy volatility. And look, there we go. Back to 42,800. All right. Your mom wanted you to have her blue bird. Blue bird is a symbol of joy, happiness, harmony, hope, and love, positivity, and renewal. And symbolizes the essence of life and beauty. Her love is in your hands. God bless you, Love Learning. I love you. Thank you so much, man. I miss my mom a lot. Like, I really wanted to hear her voice. Last night, I played 2 voicemails for my parents where they told me they love me. And at the end, I was like, I love you guys. And, like, I was like a young child dying for love. Like, and I was hurt. And I was in pain. And it's not easy. And it was the first day of the year. And I woke up suffering and in pain. And I realized that this is going to be one of the hardest things that I ever do. To face my inner self. And like, I can't escape the pain. It's going to be there no matter what I do. And it hurts. more than you would ever know. Unless some of you do know. But it hurts an unbearable pain that I just can't, that I can't escape. You know? We talked about Doge making a move. It did that up to 9 cents. I like what I'm seeing here for Doge in the 8-hour time frame. Aggressive move for Doge. I see a 46% pump coming for Doge. Usually this tells me some news is coming. Once we get above this point of control, Doge is gone. Doge is gone. Tight moving averages, ready to go. Previous resistance and support at this level. There's a lot of buy pressure here that could support a pump. I see Doge making a 46% gain, maybe less because it's up a little higher from that line. But I am bullish on Doge, and I haven't put a Doge chart out in months. You know, the last time I was bullish on Doge was probably when it was likely going to pump. I have high probability. I'm not trying to be rude. I do this every single day on assets throughout the world for hours on end. What's your name, or does anyone else know? Bro, we love you. We collectively share a positive and negative consciousness. Where should I sell my Doge? Yeah. They are still watching over you and your family, Sam. So when you tell them you love them, they are probably saying the same. You just can't hear them. No idea, but goddamn, I love the way you chart. And not only that, but you're a great human being. Your way of showing emotion throughout what you've gone through in 2023. Full respect. Legend. Do not stop. Amen. Thank you. Earn with Shaheed. Pain is the burst of love we feel when our loved ones move on. Amen. Thank you. I appreciate all the love and all the thought. And honestly, many of you have more insight than me. I'm still very, young, learning the ups and downs of life here. This mix is for you. Thank you. You need 1 million subs this year. We don't need anything, but it would be awesome. I believe we could get there. 2025, 1 million subs coming your way. I can feel it. I can believe it. I can buy into it. Yeah, I can see Doge making some gains, baby. All right. And I don't say that a lot. Usually I don't really talk about Doge. It's Doge. It's been around. You know what I mean? It's kind of like we get it. We know what it is. Funny, I talked about this, thought it would make a bigger flag and then pump to the upside. It did go from 3 to 5 cents, though, not too long from now. You can see how everything is in this flag. It's all kind of depending on what Bitcoin does. Like, these are kind of descending triangle vibes in a way. This one is a little descending, but still has the falling wedge. The 21 is a little far away from price action. The 8 hours indecisive. You're resting on these wicks, really, from the previous resistance. It's a little bit of a, higher risk than some other coins that I'm looking at. Like Crow looks better to me, but you seem to have double bottomed. Your greatest bet would wait for it to break out and retest 5.4. That would be the safest entry. So you're really far away from the moving averages. And Bitcoin at 42,750 playing games, right? And that's why I would just watch that 7-minute do its thing. The daily looks great. 2 days about to get a golden cross. I mean, the 3-day, the 2-day did get a golden cross. Things look pretty interesting. Here's what I'm looking at. It's high risk. The odds are it's going to be up here within a few weeks, like 80 to 90%. But it may do a little bit of a dip first, grab some liquidity for people that are stopped before it does that. So I say 90% chance it's going to be at 8-9, probably in 2 to 4 weeks at the most. At the same time, it may take a little bit of a dip down, though. Some high risk that it may do a liquidity grab. That's the only thing, when it comes to IOTX. All right. GMX, USDT.P, the perpetual on MEXC. And let's take a look-see, shall we? I mean, that's a giant inverted head and shoulder, is it not? Right off the bat. That's going to break to the upside, is it not? Very likely. Breaks that neckline, which it kind of did. I see this make it a big move to the upside. Make it a massive gain. I mean, with 2x leverage, that's 80%. 10x leverage, that's a 400% gain for GMX. All right. That could easily do some damage to the upside. I would watch GMX perpetual. Zoom into the 5 to the 15, find some type of flag that stays above this resistance, and you're good to go. I teach my students how to enter trades. So all I have to do is post, an idea or a setup, and they should be able to see what I'm saying through that setup. This is also on MEXC. MEXC is the place to. MEXC has the coins and actually, look, the 777s right there, which follow me around all the time. 777. I swear that's my dad telling me he's watching me. Like, I love you, Dad. So right before he passed, too, the 777s were coming out, like trying to tell me something big was happening. So interesting. And what's so weird is I remember last April like it was yesterday. I keep remembering times, and then I look back, and it's been a year from that time. And it keeps happening a lot. It's really weird. I guess the older you get, the more time meshes, and the more it just becomes, before you know it, time has gone. Like, it's really weird. The more years you go by, the faster the years go by. The more accustomed you are to a year going by, Let's take a look at BONK. People asked about BONK. They want to know, is it going to make a move? Last night we talked about it, and I said, I'd like to see it pull back. You go to the bigger time frames when these things do these moves, and yeah, see, now you're touching the 21. You're probably going to come to the 21 on the 3-day. I'm looking for the 786 retracement for BONK, and maybe even the 886. I feel like BONK has a little more ways to retrace before it gets its next big pump to the upside, if it ever does again. You know what I mean? When something pumps up like that, and look, it pumped up nicely from November. It pumped up for 2 months straight. It's going to take 2 months to kind of come on back. This is just what happens. All right, you have to have the patience. If you can feel the pump, you have to have the patience for the pullback. That's why taking profits is so key. All right, so key. We're going to look at Tara and NAKA for my man Stas. I haven't forgotten that amazing super chat. God bless you, Stas. I like Tara long term. All right, I've been buying it anywhere from 1.7 to 1.3. If I can get it at 1.3, right? Tara's an amazing coin. I believe it can 100x from where it's, probably from where it was down here, but I believe it could at least 50x from where it's at. AI coin with the knowledge, with the know-how, when it starts to pump, it pumps. And you could see, someone came into the market and they pumped every single one of these coins. And then they dumped on retail. And they took their profits. When's the alt season? Alt season is whenever it happens. Everyone thinks they can wait. It happens as it happens. We nailed it because we're in the markets every day. See, we're everyday season. We're just market season whenever it happens. But I like this falling wedge. I like what we're seeing here with Tara. Previous resistance, we want to hold that as support. As long as we stay above 129. We break 129, we go down lower, and then it's talk about, this is a coin I do DCA into. This is a coin I do believe in, and this is a coin that I like. All right. And I own a big, good enough bag of this. I would like to get 10 grand of it below 2 cents. That's my goal. And look at this beautiful consolidation for Tara. There's really not much resistance. Tara can do damage. I like what I'm seeing for Tara. It's touching the 21 on the 3-day chart. You see what I'm saying? That's something that we're still waiting for on BONK. And it did a more lateral consolidation, telling you there is more buy pressure keeping this thing kind of in place. I like what I'm seeing for Tara. I believe in it. And what I'm doing here is I'm on MEXC, but I'm heading over to spot. And I grab myself some Tara spot. All right. Especially on these lower days. All right. And it's a Tara, usually has an X next to it. Maybe this might not hear, right? Tara XA, right? And I'll grab about $1,000 worth of Tara. Right now, if I were to sell all my Tara, I would have about 4, 6, and I would like 10 grand of it. So today I buy about, I'll do $1,250. I'll make it a little quicker of a buy. And I'll even mark it in. Actually, if I limit it, I pay no fee now, right? Yeah. So I'll show you how to pay no fees, because I've been limiting in this whole time anyway. I go to a higher price. I overpay, number one. I see what the price is. I click up to a higher price in the order book. I put in what I want. All right. And I pay more than it is, and usually it'll clear pretty quick. Yep, it cleared. And I got in really nicely. Okay. And I bought some more Tara. I still have my long-term mindset in place. You have to keep a long-term mindset. Super, super important, okay? Even though you're watching the day-to-day, look, I scalped Bitcoin on the small time frame today. You know, we're still watching it on the 7-minute and continuing what's happening here. At the same time, I got a long-term vision for Tara, okay? At the same time, I'm also thinking of what kind of trade that I want to do, a nice possibly swing trades, scalp swing trade. So that will come with time. We talked about GRT. And look, someone asked me about it, and I made this falling wedge and said it's likely to continue. It broke above the 200 SMA. It just got a golden cross. GRT is headed to 25. It's only a matter of time. Beautiful entry at 8 cents. We called basically the bottom of 2023 right there. That was the bottom of 2023 for GRT. Kind of a cup and handle, right? And that thing is up nicely since then. I love the price range. Easy tool, 20% gains, and I see it continuing. And honestly, look, I mean, it doesn't really have any resistance till it gets to this high volume node sticking out right there in this chop. So 36 cents seems like GRT is just destined to go there. Okay. Mexi does have a demo account, and I suggest everyone go to Mexi's demo account and use it. All right. If you're watching Mexi up here, you click on here and you hit demo trading. And before you do anything, you should be demo trading. Please, at least 100 demo trades before you open your first leverage trade. Please, demo trade. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say you should be taken as such. I am an educator. I am a teacher. I am a KOL. I just want you to demo trade. Please understand how to click the buttons. Understand how to utilize the chart. You know what I mean? And let's take a look at OXN on my radar too as well. Let's take a look at what happened to OXN if it's still kind of doing damage. Yeah, look, it's consolidating for possibly another move further to the upside. We found, GF Burke, again, the man, the myth, the legend in my trading group. We have a lot of people learning and teaching you. We got miners. He's into the mining, discords, and he talks to all these people that know about mining. And then he knows what coins the miners are switching to. And through that, we find some amazing ideas. This thing is just getting started. OXN. All right. And we knew like fair value projects that aren't, held by insiders and stuff. But this is already up a 3x since he put it out to the trading group. It was in a bull pennant. It's in there again. Looks like it could continue to the upside and go for about 108% gain. Bang, bang, bang. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Joey Paris, always loving it, right? Starting it off in 2021. TRV up another 51% today, is earning 6% a day just by being long. Most insane trade of 2023. And I hold none. I know. Never going to make it. It's funny, right? $10. I mean, yeah, but honestly, I wasn't impressed because it went up and came right back down. It looked like a mess. You know what I mean? It looked like an absolute mess. Shout out to Tommy Crown. First stream of 2024. And tonight is a big stream. Tonight is my Spaces at 8, right? We do Spaces at 8. And on Monday, every Monday, Spaces at 8. I can't wait to bring you Spaces at 8. Also, watch this, man. Talk about your year in review. How did you do mentally, spiritually, family-wise? Financially, how was it for you? What do you want to change next year to make it happen? I thought this was funny. Which chart am I looking at? We all know it was. I just thought that was funny. I was just messing with Mason. I love Mason and Meg Beat. They're awesome, man. Funnest couple in crypto, really, in the game. 23.9, man. Shout out to everyone following me on Twitter. I greatly appreciate it. All right. And look, which crypto should we buy in the new year? What do people say? The one with the most FUD, I like it. Can you check trajectory of SNEC? ICP is unlike any other blockchain. Brands, Leonardo are my memes to the moon. Funny, I'm pushing back on ICP. Maybe I need to own some. ICP still looks quite interesting, to be honest. I got one for you, Sam. I'm sure you've heard of it. Funny, what is it? Dude, Bonfida might be pretty big, honestly. I want to talk about FIDA. Bonfida might be pretty big, We're going to talk about Bonfida in a second here, too. RFV, the Rocket Exchange on MEXC. Wow, so we last put it out kind of in this tight channel. 3-day chart looks like it's just getting started for a massive move to the upside. Almost shoulder head, almost an inverted head and shoulder there, right? Beautiful. That's a big, big green candle on the 3-day chart. Daily got started with a move to the upside, and I really like the angle that it's in the channel. Hit the alert, and it pumped to the upside. It is up from the alert about 27%. I don't see why it won't continue. It broke out. It got above resistance. I see this thing getting all the way up to 134. RFV, the Rocket X Exchange. I don't know anything about it. I'm just doing TA, but the TA looks pretty solid to me. It's getting a little overbought. It may flag out here now, you know. 2 hour looks interesting. 1 hour looks like it may pump. It's in a weird little, this is a weird, I can't stand these like rounded top, you know. Weird little flag. 1 hour says it could continue to take off a little bit here. I'd like it to consolidate on like the 4 hour, but I see it getting all the way up to 135. And I think someone gave this on a super chat, and so far it's going perfectly well, as we've looked at before. Thank you so much for the chat. We appreciate it. All right. Let's take a look at KIMBO. So we put out KIMBO. It did someone asked me about it on the live. I talked about it in this tight channel, breaking to the upside and possibly hitting 32958. It hit that one a little bit of above and then came down and got rejected. A lot of coins are kind of in this. TIA was in this same setup, and it did end up breaking out. See, when the 21 curves, you usually come down to the 200 SMA, but this is what's called a symmetrical triangle now. This could go either way. This is a textbook symmetrical triangle. Hold control, you'll be able to grab that second lead, right? And wow, we're at 12 o'clock. I can't believe it. First dream of 2024. Something about it, like something about the year ending, even though I know we just keep going and there's no real end. There's something about the year ending last night. I had to walk into the woods. My wife's not happy about it. Babe, are you happy that I was in the woods alone? Were you happy that I was in the woods alone? No, right? What? It's scary and dangerous, right? Little coyotes could have eaten me alive. So this is what I'm looking at for KIMBO. All right, let's take a look at our 4-hour time frame. It's getting set up for a nice move. Not a lot of information. We go about the 8-hour and you don't really have a lot. This is brand new, man. This thing is fresh. Just came out. It's up pretty nice already. All right, from its lows. 400% gains, came back down to 284, only up about a 3x though, Beautiful double bottom for KIMBO to the upside. I don't know what it is. I've never researched it. We may have together one time. I can't remember. My memory is more like pattern recognition more than I do remember a lot. But over here drinking a frothy cup of coffee. Good morning. Have a new year. Feels good to be in the right place at the right time. Excited for new opportunities in 2024. So grateful for the life or family. Let's get it. Nick D. Smart man. We like you. We appreciate you. God bless you for being here. Bitcoin at 42,760. Hanging out, baby. Hanging out. All right. And that flag's kind of still doing its thing. The trade's still in the money that we put out earlier today. So that's KIMBO. That's KIMBO in a nutshell. High risk, high reward, newer coin. So you kind of have to go on smaller time frames to figure out what it's going to do. I believe it's more likely to break up than down based on, its consolidative purpose. It came down, bounced off a 786 fib. Interesting. I like it. I'm going to take away the, it isn't a 50-50 pattern. Well, let's just see. Yeah, you risk 18% for 57. You can't beat, that's basically a 3-to-1. The Stokes aren't in the perfect place right now, but I believe KIMBO will do damage. It's a brand new coin. Watch, months from now, we'll look back and be like, remember I gave you Kimbo back here, and it's up like it's some crazy number. No matter how many times it happens, I never believe it till, and then I'm like, oh, there it goes again. So crazy, right? Like the mind plays tricks with us. Bitcoin at 42,810. I want to take a look at that perpetual. And now look, I see a slanted inverted head and shoulder on the 5. Yeah, you see this? Even the 1. So yeah, it looks to me like you got this kind of right shoulder. We got that sell off. That's kind of a head and shoulder pattern to me. Right? Very strange. Deformed, really. But it's still a head and shoulder. 5 minute looks great. That's likely to break to the upside. I'd like to take that trade right now, personally. And I'm on the perpetual, so the numbers would add up. So I'd get out at 42,950. My stop would be that right shoulder. This would be a next trade I'd be willing to take. I'm thinking of taking it right now. Good momentum. We bounced. We should have dipped. We didn't. That's a 68% chance I'm going to win the trade. If I just no emotions, take the trade. Stop at 42,733. Take profit at 42,936. Let me just look at the trade. All right. I'm not going to take it yet. I'm going to take a gander. Bit of an inverted head and shoulder for sure. Symmetrical triangle as well. 21 above the 200. Everything looking okay. Dude, she's got a beautiful voice, really. No lie. I'm not even joking. She's got such a beautiful voice. She's got such a pretty voice. Little kids are so cute, man. They just want to make you happy. That's all. All right, so I'd say 43,017 would be my take profit. My stop would be 42,722. I was $50 or $150. Stop loss is pretty close. Where's the stop again? 722, right? Yeah. We're playing this pattern breaking out on the 5. You know what I mean? Like it has to do what we want it to do right now. That's it. All right. Let's continue through these super chats. RUNE and XCAD. And then I'm out of here. Let's take a look at RUNE. RUNE. And I hold RUNE long term. It did numbers. It went out of control. Right? Sitting down here at 186. It ripped all the way to 6 beans. Oh, thank you, baby. Will you put those in the basket around the corner? Take a left. There's a basket. Around the corner. Yeah, keep going. Nope, next room. See the basket right there? The big basket on the left. Yeah, put that. That's my dirty basket. Yes, baby. The wooden one. The one that looks like wood. Thank you. So I'm watching RUNE right here. Likely to break up on the daily. I like where RUNE's at, 580. And then I see RUNE going to 14. So you heard it here first. I mean, I see RUNE making some serious moves. 14 for RUNE, baby. Only a matter of time. It's going to pick up again. Once this bounce happens, it basically confirms that we're consolidating. And if we lose this, we go down lower, we look for lower lows, fine. But if this bounce happens, then we hit my alert. I mean, that's going to be a beautiful place. You can see the setup is waiting for price action to do what it's supposed to do. All right. The section, it's waiting for price action to do what it is supposed to do. Will it do it? That's the question. All right. For RUNE. And last but not least, XCAD, photographic memory, inside of the cup and handle, came down. We want to see it pump up. They've been talking about it, right? When everyone says as the hype comes and it doesn't pump, they don't get it. They don't realize that that's the point. They want people to get excited and then mess with them, you know. I draw Fibonacci's and wait for these to hit alerts. Like I'd like to see this come down to the 618 at 110. That would be the best case scenario for a bigger move. I do see a month from now, 40 days from now, it's going to be up at 231 or higher, and people are going to say, oh, I missed it. It is what it is, right? And I still got to do NAKA, man. Don't forget, Stas. I remembered, man. So look, serum pump, serum pump, serum pump. And serum pumps when, you know, Solana gets ready for its next run. We all know that. And Solana's going to get ready for its next run pretty soon. When that ETF gets approved too, it's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. You're almost looking at it like this, like it had a breakout and break back inside. I know that's weird, but I've gotten away with a lot of these wacky ideas when price action does wacky things. I see a falling wedge that broke out right there, though. And I see Serum breaking out. It's above the 200 SMA on the daily, finally, and just getting a golden cross. Serum's like lagging behind Radium, but I believe Serum's going to get a massive pump to the upside and go parabolic. Let me get rid of all this. This is crazy. And you can see we were talking about Serum down there at 4 cents, right? And there's the 77 yet again showing its eyes on the stream. The 77 for the lifers. 44% gains coming out of Serum Labs. I see it making a very big parabola because it's signed up for gains with Solana, and for whatever reason it didn't. You know, so I see this breaking out. Massive move coming for Serum. I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks up to these highs. And this parabola really extends. I'm looking for a big move for this coin. And I don't even care about it. Like, I don't even own it. I'm not that, like, I'm just telling you what the TA, like, I get passionate about technical analysis. The TA builds these scenarios, right? Tells me there's this run coming for Serum. Pretty big moves coming. Small time right there is 44%. Serum gearing up for a massive move. You heard it here first. And I didn't go to any channel. No one's told me this. I'm not following any narrative. I'm saying it here first. Okay, and last but not least, Umbrella and then NAKA. Shout out to Jesse Marshall. We love you. We appreciate you. And thank you so much for the Apple Pay yesterday. That's so nice of you. You didn't have to do that. Umbrella. We saw it here down at 008. It did rip. It did a dip first, but it did rip to the upside. I just remember Jesse loving this coin. And there it gets the move. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. So it looks bullish to me, like it could continue. Smaller time frames are just setting up. Don't love when that 21 gets the curve like that. I draw a local fib here. And I'd wait for Umbrella to come back down to the 618 golden pocket. Right in here, or the 786 fib retracement. And then I see it continuing. I'd put an alert here to wait for that and right-click the alert. Simple stuff. Keep it simple, everybody. And Stas, Nakamoto Games, baby. NAKA, NAKA, NAKA. So NAKA was hot. The hottest coin since sliced bread. Let's break it down. NAKA was one of my favorite projects. We traded it way back before it even hit MEXC on KuCoin, right? When it was like tiny. When it first hit the exchange, I posted NAKA, okay? So far, so good in the trade, right? We're up $13 on the trade. We're starting to break on out of this. Looking good. Looking good, like this is going to play out. Another green trade in front of you. I'm not big gains, but I'm just saying. A lot of people say, every time I trade, I lose money. Not me, you know. But I'm calculated and I know what I'm doing, right? Anyway. So we saw this down here. I kept saying NAKA wild. These are coins that grab down on the lows. It was 6 cents, and I can't believe it's $1.77 now. And it went to a high of $2.21. All right. When it started to pull back, I felt, and when it was right around here, I felt like it was time to get into NAKA. I felt I had missed out when it was about $1 something. I started aping into NAKA. All right. I had missed it, but I figured, hey, I'll just get a large portion of it. Like if I was going to put 3 to 4 grand in something 20Xs and I would have 60 grand, then I just make maybe a 20 to 30 grand position and buy it at a pullback, right? And then when it goes back to that other high, it almost feels like 50X to 2 grand. But, that's my I have to somehow justify missing out, right? Because I'm the lifer. I get pissed when I miss out. It's like, I do it for a living. Like, the pain is greater for me when I miss out because this is all I do. How could I have missed out? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. But again, I am going to miss out. There are some coins I'm not going to, there's no way I'm going to get every single thing every single time. It's just not going to happen. All right. Did you know that YouTube content creators with paid bonuses qualify for SAG-AFTRA membership? That includes health coverage and retirement package. I love my SAG-AFTRA health insurance. Are you serious? Are you serious? Yeah, because I am acting every day, right? Technically. Can you email my wife, please, cryptolifers@gmail, of how I could become SAG-AFTRA? I may not want to. It's interesting to know the different aspects. I had really good health insurance when I was in the MPEG, which was a similar union, Email cryptolifers@gmail, Crypto Cowpoke. We greatly appreciate that information. It could help me and my family. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lifer fam, for your constant and amazing stream support. You are all the best. You are all appreciated. Much love. I like what NAKA's doing. The 4-day chart is close to the 21-day moving average. That's a good sign that you're going to continue to the upside. The 3-day chart interacted with the 21 but didn't lose it. I see NAKA making a big move here, all the way back up for 90% gains for NAKA to 321. NAKA, to me, looks like the one to be. If it loses this level, it's going to drop lower. A great DCA, but I would not be surprised if NAKA continues its thrashing of the market and goes all the way to $3.21. NAKA on my radar as well. All right. NAKA on my radar as well. Wow, we went over a lot of coins today, from small cap coins you can only find on Uniswap like OXN to little coins on CoinX, all the way to big, large caps, like Matic and the such. Lifer, are you keeping up with the Epstein? Yeah, should come out soon. Yeah, of course I'm keeping up with it a little bit. It's going to cause a lot of interesting things throughout the world. But we all know who they were. And we all know who they were. If you deep dive like me, if you were on the internet like me doing deep dives, like in 2012, if you were on YouTube, like all this information was out already. Like everybody knew all this. Then they dumbed down all of society and everyone telling the truth they called crazy. Like, you know what I mean? I just hope that people start to see, and honestly, as my mom, I used to want to justify and tell everyone the truth and all. Man, after my parents died, I realized like whoever listened is going to listen. And I'm going to do what I got to do every day and leave it up to God. You know what I mean? Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And I thank you so much for kicking it with me. I'll leave you with this one last trade that just slopped, right? Yeah, down $6 now. And it's an inverted head and shoulder on a tight day. Let's see what happens. Not amazing. And it was a lot of chop today. We took out a nice green candle liquidation. Shout out to anyone that jumped on in with me and got paid. We'll see what happens later on out of this symmetrical triangle. Only time will tell. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. And inspire bravery. Amen. I thought it came out. Yeah. Mind-blowing how it went from 20K crypto coins to over 2 million now. Crazy. Peace and blessings, Lifer, and much respect. The crypto community will continue to evolve. God bless everybody here. May you have a wonderful start of your year. May 2024 bring you so much peace and joy. And may you have so many blessings and continuation. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And to all, a wonderful night and a wonderful day. Hope you had a good Christmas. Hope you hung out with your family. And hope you made gains last night even. God bless you all. I will see you on the next live as we flip back into green. Only time will tell. Thank you, everybody, for the first stream of 2024. I got a wrinkle in my shirt over here. Hold on over there. My new shirt got a wrinkle over it. There we go. Sorry about that. Nice shirt, though. Looks good. I like it. I like the ensemble that I chose. God bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream, and I'll catch everyone in the trading group. You'll kick it with me all day, baby. I love y'all. The energy is real. Thank you. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you for a beautiful live.